Yo, what is going on, people? And welcome back to the Chicago Bears versus the San Francisco 49ers halftime show. And the Chicago Bears is winning this game just like I predicted. Now, I didn't expect their score to even be this high going into the halftime, but initially it is. Both teams made some minor mistakes. Bears playing sloppy football at the worst time, costing them points on the drive, possible touchdowns that led to field goals. But the Bears was able to throw a touch, was able to get a passing touchdown. Justin Fields throwing a touchdown to tight end Jesse James in the end zone. So that is so far the only touchdown of the game. Right now, the Bears is running the football pretty well and are actually passing the football a little bit more effectively, more than I thought they would. They have game plan excellent against that pass rush, especially against Nick Bosa. So they're going to have to continue to do what they did in the first half in the second half and still make some key adjustments. One of the main key adjustments they have to do is try to get Allen Robinson involved. All I've been seeing is mainly is Darnell Mooney. Now, of course, Cole Kmet has gotten involved. They have gotten the tight ends a lot more involved. That is exactly what I expected the Bears to do. That was actually one of my keys to the game, to try to have is for the Bears try to get the ball to their tight ends and their running backs, and that'll make it a lot easier for their wide receivers. So just have to make sure they get Allen Robinson involved, and that'll make it that much harder for the 49ers to be able to key in to what the Bears is doing. And for once, we saw a running back screen. I was happy to see that the simple fact that they was involving some screens in there, and they did at the right time is just a simple fact that the offensive lineman has been sloppy when it comes down to blocking down the field, blocking it back, and also being too far down the field on those read option type of plays, and that's what cost the Bears right now. That the Bears could have been up 21-9 on the 49ers, but it is what it is. Also, giving up that big pass at the end of the second half, well, at the end of the first half, definitely did not like at all. That's what led to the 49ers getting the extra 3 points that led to them having 9 points going into the second half anyway. So hopefully the Bears can improve at certain things. Play calling so far, especially game planning offensively, I like. Defensively, it has been pretty damn good. I just wish that Kyle Fuller was here because I guarantee you he would not have given up that deep pass to Deebo Samuels. But kudos to him for making sure he drove up the field and he made the right play. But yeah, with Jimmy Garoppolo, I spoke on it before when it came down to it with Jimmy G. He's going to be able to make those intermediate throws, but when he got guys deep down the field, for the most part, he can and will miss them. He did it a few times in this game, but like I mentioned before, he did get Deebo Samuels 50 yards down the field, so he did have that going in mind. And I thought the Bears would possibly have Jalen Johnson matched up with him specifically, but no, they let it go on either end. And yeah, Deebo Samuels is having a pretty decent first half. But other than that, the Bears have limited them. They have limited their running game. Uh, 49ers rookie running back did already run for 100 yards, multiple, I think twice this year. And the Bears have done what they're supposed to do, shut that down and force the 49ers to have to pass the football like crazy. And it so far has worked out for them in their favor. So the Bears is going to have to continue to install their game plan. And they're going to have to expect that the 49ers did make very good first half adjustments. I already know that the 49ers, even though the Bears front seven have not been able to a huge amount of pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, they've been able to put enough on there. So I expect for the 49ers to go out there and do a few misdirection plays here and there, screen passes, and also start now implementing for the wide receivers to start hitting double moves. I noticed that they ran a lot of short in routes, out routes, quick slants. So I'm pretty sure in between that they're going to make sure to start implementing a few routes in between that. who was the first comment? Yo, what's going on, Average Time? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, bro? So yeah, I expect them to try to do a few things different, and I expect the Bears to try to do it. Now they did implement. Now they did feed it to their tight ends a lot more. Okay, now and they did get it to Darnell Mooney. They need to get Marquise Goodwin involved. They need to get him involved. Have a nice day. All right, you too, man. You too. Have a nice day, man. So they need to get a few more players involved, and the offense will be able to run a lot more effective. You know, like I said before, the Bears have been able to run the football. It seems like even though this offensive line cannot pass block as effectively without having 6 and 7 man protections, which is okay. Long as the team continue to scheme around that offensive line to continue to protect them, have the tight ends chip the defensive ends or outside linebackers, depending on which scheme the Bears is playing, whether that's a 4-3 scheme or a 3-4 scheme, or what the 49ers play, which I just learned they run somewhere like a 4-2-5 scheme. So when you run it against those type of schemes, it seems like it doesn't matter who the Bears have at running back, long as they have excellent vision and especially how well this offensive line is at least able to run by, they're able to make the right plays. So this is, at least the Bears have found their identity. I don't know why Matt Nagy continued to try to go against the identity what the Bears always had, but at least he's finally finding a reason just to stick with it, even though he's not coaching today. The special teams coach is the head coach today. Matt Nagy is actually out with COVID. So far with Matt Nagy not being the head coach or running the show, the Bears is moving the ball a little bit better. The passing game looks a lot more fluid. The running game still looks the same, pretty damn good. It's going to be even more people calling for Matt Nagy here. Simply like, hey, man, look how the Bears offense is moving the ball. They couldn't even do none of this last week with you being a head coach, but now all of a sudden able to run it a lot better. Oh yeah, and we got a special guest coming in. Actually, Glow Glock, one of the guys that actually does my music. He actually does intros. He actually helps out with the intros and everything. Come on in, man. Yeah, Glow Glock also in the building, man. So yeah, this is the man right here. He got more music coming out real soon. I've been promoting his music for the past few months. He also a Bears fan as well. He been watching it. He been watching it and getting down with me as well. Come on, you got to slide over so to make sure the people can see you. But yeah, man, the Bears game is being real close, man. As you can see behind you, the score is 13-9. He was downstairs with our people and shit, just chilling. So we just waiting on the Bears game to come back on. But so far, man, like I said, the Bears is leading 13-9. The Bears have to play more balanced offensively in the second half. As the second half adjustment, they have to play more balanced in the second half. They was more run dominant in the first half. You know, Justin Fields maybe threw the ball maybe 6-7 times, maybe 8 times. Now this time they're going to have to more implement the pass a little bit more, because it seems like the cornerbacks of the 49ers can't cover the receivers. So I'm not saying stop doing the short intermediate routes, but they also gonna have to do the same thing that the 49ers is gonna have to do. And that's number one, of course, run combination routes, keep running the football, keep running the screens, keep implementing more and more into the game. And then after that, just continue to dominate. So that's basically the best way for the Bears to be able to win this game. Oh yeah, and this is my sister right here.
What up?
So, yeah, so yeah, the whole family in the building. This is a special edition of the halftime show between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. So if you're tuning in and you like, who is these people? Yeah, this is my family. Yeah, this is Glow Glock, like I said before. He be doing the music for me. He gives me the music for the intros and everything else. And then of course, this is my sister who is also going to be doing a podcast pretty soon. It's going to be called Sasha Speaks. So Just make sure to tune in for that and just wait for that to come out. And also, Global Lock will be having more music come out pretty damn soon. So just waiting on him to get back to the studio. And once again, man, just continue to tune in and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you are a returning subscriber, just make sure to hit that like button and share the video. And right now, just once again, the commercial has been a lot longer than usual. I guess usually I start late. So that's the reason why the Bears game usually be halfway in between. But yeah, man, just can't wait to see how well the Bears do in the second half. I don't know exactly how they're gonna do, but those are the keys to the game. But I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. Gonna end this a little bit earlier than usual because, of course, I still got family in here. So we'll just tune in the next time, man. Just make sure to tune into the post game show that's going to be starting right after the halftime show. So tune in to the post game show. And once again, man, if you didn't know, this is my people right here. This is the man Global Lock that been doing the music for the podcast and everything else. And this is my sister Sasha. She will be doing a podcast called Sasha Speaks. So just make sure to tune in to that. And all right, people, peace out. But fam, it don't matter. This is just the introduction. I'm gonna be buzzing from here on after. So since with the laughter.